Hello, and welcome to Spotlight, where the art is fresh and the artists are fresher. If this is the first time that you're tuning into Spotlight, then sit tight, grab yourself a few drinks, snacks, chai, pakode, and whatever it is that you like. Because here I'm going to be talking to a lot of artists from around Mumbai about themselves, about their art, about why did they start doing what they're doing, and a lot of more interesting things. It's going to be like a podcast web series, and you're going to have a lot of fun. So let's get started. Hi Omkar, welcome to BOT Spotlight. Thank you so
Thank you,
much
Palak. Thank you,
for
Palak.
being here. I know you've had a very busy
Thank.
schedule.
No, I don't want to sound cocky, but yeah, I did had a busy schedule. But I really thank you to all, Palak, Pallavi, and everyone.
Okay, so tell me, since how long
Yeah.
have you been writing and performing?
So the thing is, my mom used to write a lot. So no, that had we had that thing in my house. So that's the reason actually. I was good in languages, so I didn't know how to write poetries. I used to watch poetry, so I had watched one poetry by Amandeep Singh. Then there was this poetry which got really viral that time, Yaya Bhutwala's
Yes.
something, Shayad Wo Pyar Mein. And I was like, okay, this is some new style to poetry. This is not something which normally I have heard, or I was not a big shire and a big shairi fan, and the ghazals and everything. So I didn't know really what that total world is. I was an actor back then, so I my main focus was acting, and I was doing like an executive producer job. So I really didn't know the artistic side, like what and how I can write.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was the time where I started writing. My first poem was Kuch Pal To Khud Ke Saath Bita Liya. So that was something about spending time with ourselves, because as I was in media, so my my working clock was not never like 10 hours or 8 hours. My working clock was always like 12 hours, 16 hours.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that is the reason I never got really that time to myself where I'm just spending time with. There's one video by Filter Copy also, by Dhruv Sehgal, and there's one I don't know this the actress's name. So that's like
Disclaimer:
work
these
from
are
home.
not plugins for anybody.
No, this is not plugins. Yeah, please. See, I don't have that particular angle of what do you say, being cautious. So I'm really sorry if I come out with some brand names and something like this. So again, coming back to me, so I started writing way back in like 4 5 years ago, and yeah, writing then since.
So
Yeah,
do you
that's
have
all.
like a do you have a process of writing? Like, does an idea strike
Is
you
there?
midnight? And I mean, everybody
I
that
just
I
ask
spoke
you.
to has different processes.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't think so. Writing has a process. Writing has to, like, things have to come to you. Like I wrote my last poetry 9 months after writing my the poetry before that. So
Okay.
I didn't get the poetry. Like, you have to be, there has to be something in your life. It
Hmm.
should inspire you or instigate you to start a poetry. I don't think
Correct.
so. There is. I don't believe there is a process. Like it has to come from your heart, or it's just a waste. I've tried that discipline thing where hafte mein main ek poetry likhunga, and they are shit. I'm sorry to use that word, but they are shit.
That's
So
okay.
that's the thing.
But like,
So I don't
if you
really
could
follow a process.
if you could just like take me through the process of like when an idea strikes you, what happens?
I I start recording. So normally when I normally most of my poetries I've wrote on my bike. So when I'm
Okay.
actually traveling, I stop in the midway, like in the highway when it's struck, and मैं क्या करता हूँ कि I start recording that, 2 3 words, and till I reach my home, I have finished that poetry. Then I just hear it out and write it out, and then make some necessary changes where I can, like,
Hmm.
this word sounds better, and this. That's how poetry. Normally, I have wrote poetries like this. So that's the way I do it. Like, I because if I sit with a pen and paper, I can't write. So normally that's my way. I just there's a hook line. I always have a hook line for my poetry
हाँ.
because I believe that a hook line is something which can engrave that thing. This is the poetry. This is the poetry. This is
Yeah.
the
Yeah. It anchors
people can,
your whole piece.
yeah, it anchors down the piece. So that's the reason I always have a hook line to my poetries. And yeah, and I'm a very pridey fella. Yeah. So my poetries exhibit my aggression and my pride. So I love that because I like to see forward what the thought process is basically. And I always feel that you should always give yourself that much importance, and that's what actually is seen from my poetries. Like a lot of my poetries, when I don't write my heartbreak poetries like "Arey mera dil toot gaya, shit, wo mere ko chhod ke chali gayi." I can't write poetries like this. I can't, what do you say? Marathi is a word. I can't get an English word for it. But yeah, simply, I think so. You've got the gist of it.
So
But
you
yeah, that's
can't
how I
write
write my poetry.
tragic, sad poetry. Is
No,
that?
I can write tragic. So I'll tell you what. I'll tell you an example. So I had written this piece called "Kyun Mera Hi Dil Tootega," and what is I deleted that poetry because I didn't like the sound of it. "Kyun Mera Hi
Okay.
Dil Tootega." Then I wrote a new poem, and उसका heading ऐसा था कि माना कि तुम्हें छोड़ना मेरे जिंदगी की सबसे बड़ी भूल थी, पर इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि तू सही थी तब और मेरी इज्जत तेरे पैरों की धूल थी.
Yeah.
Got it? So
Yeah.
it's just that कि okay, there is this poem by Zakir Khan. Okay, कि कुछ सवाल है जो सिर्फ कयामत की रोज पूछूंगा तुमसे, क्योंकि उसके पहले तुम्हारी और मेरी बात हो उस लायक नहीं होती. And that piece was originated from when he had a breakup and he had gone that deep, in his eyes. Like he was so down that he couldn't even look himself at, in the mirror. So I
Yeah.
was like, you can't bombard your self-esteem due to some problems in your life, because your self-esteem takes a lot. Like it is not just because of a relationship, it is not just because of some achievements you do. It's a circular 360 degrees things happening in your life, out of which your self-esteem is built. Your mom, your achievements, your studies, your job, your job excellences, what you do, what you don't do, what's your understanding of philosophy, that takes you to your self-esteem. And then with a simple bit of a tragedy, you just make it sound like an horrific incident. And that's, I'll just blame blatantly on Bollywood or something like this. These some movies are just so pathetic to such particular things. I can't watch such things. So that is the thing, because you have to stand up. You can't just. I've seen so many cases where people start having that style of living where they're drinking, smoking, and then they think that they are creative and all. No, I can't. Like many of my actor friends, they actually drink before they go on stage, and
To
they say
get
that
that
I can't.
emotion.
Yeah, to get that feeling of to leave all the inhibitions. And I'm like,
Okay.
life. I feel life as a whole is a beautiful, beautiful way of keeping yourself, what do you say, not sober or drunk, basically, because it can give you so many things, that so many, like today, like I am planning this interview for, like, what you say, like 3-4 days podcast for 3-4 days,
Yeah, almost.
and it was not happening, and I'm just gotten up. Like normally I need an hour, like a tea, and I have this Sagara Sangeet म्हणतो आपण मराठीत त्याला, आम्ही मराठीत त्याला, I need this 1 hour to myself. But yeah, I'm blabbering about things right now in front of you. So that's anything can hit you at any point, and you just have to be ready to it. You can't just put it on something like, okay, this will happen and then that will happen. So that's what my process is basically. That's what my thinking is.
I like your take on heartbreaks and the poem, the piece that you had written about heartbreaks. That's a very different
Yeah.
take on heartbreaks than what people generally do.
See, I feel that many of us forget that a relationship or a marriage is basically a companionship. Okay, there is nothing to do with love. There is nothing to do with lust. Of course, you love someone. You love many people, like people, animals. You love. Love is an emotion, I feel. Okay, But the basic idea of a marriage or a relationship is companionship, and that's if that is not the thing which you're getting from that relationship, then something is wrong.
Hmm.
And you shouldn't doubt yourself because things are not working, because when you're loving that person, you're putting your whole 100% into it, or you being there with that person, you're putting that. So don't don't blabber out about that particular incident or that particular person just because you don't think that that person is not with you or things are happening bad. It's childish, I guess. So that's the thing. And coming to my age, I'm 28 right now, so you kind of find its maturity.
Grow out of,
And
yeah.
yeah, you find of, because I'm getting married next year. So
Congratulations.
well, thank you. So the thing is, when I met her 2 years ago, and we both were in a complete mess in our lives. You know,
Hmm.
she was living in Mumbai. She had left her town for a very long time. So there was this always, she was alone most of the times, and I was finding something to do. So till my 26, I was earning nothing. So I was just doing my, basic acting and everything. So I used to get something about it. So my life as a career was nothing.
Hmm.
So we were in a big mess when we met each other, basically. So, but that thing of being a companion to each other, that helped us a lot in our life.
Hmm.
Like not just being in a relationship. You would not believe that a year in a relationship, we really didn't know what we have to call each other. Like we are friends, we are girlfriend, boyfriends, or what we are doing. And the moment we thought like, okay, this is going getting serious, we told our families, and we were like, we want to get married. We didn't
Wow.
had really, yeah, we didn't had that point like, okay, now we have to be in a relationship or something like this. Well, no, we don't have to. We know that we are right for each other, and
Hmm.
let's take the decision. So that's
Yeah.
what our thought process is, and that's why we matched together, and that's
Yeah.
why we started Mic Up also. You know about Mic Up?
I know about my cup, but anybody
Yeah.
watching this doesn't know about my cup. So could you just like briefly tell us?
Mic Up was born because of lack of opportunities in down south, like down north, I should say,
Hmm.
in from
Andheri
Andheri
too.
to till Virar or something like this. And most like BOT was also doing it in Bandra first,
Hmm.
in QTube,
Yes.
and they shifted to Girgaon, and I was like, okay, I can't travel from Goregaon to Girgaon for a half an hour slot, especially if you've lived all your life in Mumbai. Goregaon to Girgaon is like 2 hours from
Yeah.
here,
You
even
know
if
the
you own the
struggle
bike.
is real. Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible,
Hmm.
and I can't. So Mike Up was born because of one of my open mics I went, and I really, I wanted to share a poetry,
Hmm.
and the entry fee was $500,
Right.
and I was like, I can't shell $500,
For the first
and there was no
time.
audience.
Yeah.
There was no audience. Like there were only 9 people who were my fellow poets, like who were going to, yeah. And I was like, I can't really shell out $500 if you can't provide me a quality stage.
Hmm.
And I remember that night I walked off that cafe and I was like, I have to do something about this. And Mike Up's basic idea, like suit up, like that's how Mike Up's name came up, and like Mike Up, because I wanted it to be short and simple, and I really wanted some colors into it. Like most of my open mics, the colors are black, the or red or something like this.
Yeah.
So I really wanted something beautiful for my cups. So that's why I went on with pink and blue. And right now, we started that in last year December. We did 2 physical open mics and 3 in the current year,
Hmm.
and then the lockdown struck, and then we are doing just Google Meet open mics. Like it's completely free, guys. Anybody can come and join. You just have to send us a request, and we can give you the slot. We have like around bigger slots, lot of the time to share your poetries, because पोएट्री के लिए normally 6 मिनट मिलते हैं या फिर 5 मिनट मिलते हैं.
Hmm.
We have it like 10 minutes for poetries, and comedy, if you are doing comedy, we have 15 minutes as a slot for comedy, so like you can present a whole set.
Okay.
It's just basically like, even if the lockdown opens up, our lives would go on, and it would be completely free digitally. Uh, that's one thing which I had to do. Yeah, that's what Mic Up is basically, and Mic Up also deals with all influencers. So if you want to join, whether you have 3,000 followers, 2,000 followers, just ping us up. We can get you there where you can start making money. So that's what My Cup is.
Can you just spell out My Cup so that people know how to look you up on Instagram?
It's basic. MICUP.
MICUP. Okay.
Yeah.
So
You can
anybody
just visit our
watching this,
website. Yeah.
Hmm.
mycup.in. That's our website. So you can just go on our website and check
Okay.
out. Also, we write blogs, so check out the articles too. Okay, मेरा plug-in हो गया है.
Plug-in
so-
हो गया. Yes,
Yeah.
everybody. This definitely was a plug-in, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay. So now that we've already talked about My Cup, let's get on to your performance. And
Yeah, sure. The thing is, this poetry is about knowing yourself in a relationship when a breakup happens. Basically, ये poetry उस time की है जिस दिन सब कुछ हो गया है, you've just moved on and you just looked back and you feel that, oh, it's good, it's okay, like nothing has scarred me, like I am something in my life. Poetry का नाम ही बहुत प्यारा है. It says कि तुम भूल रही हो कि मैं प्यार करता हूँ तुमसे, इसलिए तुम हो, वरना तुम कुछ नहीं. So I'll start.
तुम भूल रही हो कि मैं प्यार करता हूं तुमसे, इसलिए तुम हो, वरना तुम कुछ नहीं. तुम भूल रही हो कि मैं प्यार करता हूं तुमसे, इसलिए तुम हो, वरना तुम कुछ नहीं हो. तुम कोई परी नहीं हो हूर की, या रोशनी नहीं हो आफताब की. तुम 14वीं का चांद भी नहीं हो, ना हो झील नदियों सी. तुम इश्क का वो मंजर हो जहां हर आशिक आकर टूट जाता है, क्योंकि तुम्हें उस कदर मोहब्बत करना ये उसकी प्रतिभा है. क्योंकि तुम भूल रही हो कि मैं प्यार करता हूं तुमसे, इसलिए तुम हो, वरना तुम कुछ नहीं हो. वैसे तुम्हारी आंखों में देख मेरी आंखों का खो जाना, ये मेरी आंखों का टैलेंट है. वैसे तुम्हारी आंखों में देख मेरी आंखों का खो जाना, ये मेरी आंखों का टैलेंट है. तुम्हारे होठों की लाली को मेरे प्यार के रंग से रंगना, ये मेरी हसरत है. तुम्हारा हाथ पकड़कर जिंदगी भर के सपने देखना, ये मेरा लड़कपन है. तुम मलिकाए हुस्न भी नहीं हो, ना हो अप्सरा किसी स्वर्ग की. तुम बड़ी ऐसी सी हो, क्योंकि तुम भूल रही हो कि मैं प्यार करता हूं तुमसे, इसलिए तुम हो, वरना तुम कुछ नहीं हो. तुम्हें नायाब महसूस कराने के लिए पता नहीं कितने शायरों ने और कवियों ने लाखों करोड़ों नगमे लिख डाले. तुम भी मानती गई और हमारी हाँ में हाँ मिलाती गई. क्या जहानत है हमारी, और तुम भी कितनी चालाक हो जो हमारी बातों में आती गई. वैसे मैं कुछ ऐसा करना चाहता हूं कि तुम्हारे जुल्फों में माफ करना, तुम्हारे बालों में, कि तुम्हारे जुल्फों में माफ करना, तुम्हारे बालों में अपनी उंगलियां फंसाकर तुम्हारे घमंड को गुदगुदाना चाहता हूं. तुम्हारे अहंकार को तिलमिलाते हुए देखना चाहता हूं. और हर गलतफहमियों को दूर करना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि तुम भूल रही हो कि मैं प्यार करता हूं तुमसे, इसलिए तुम हो, वरना तुम कुछ नहीं हो. थैंक यू.
thank you so much for that piece. And yes, I saw what you said about a hook line. It does keep
Yeah.
reinforcing itself with every new paragraph, which makes the context more clearer, and it's different.
No, it's not about context. If I come to a plaintive point, like you wouldn't remember my whole poetry. Like I'm giving you this fact that nobody is going to remember the whole poetry, but they're going to remember this line. तुम भूल रही हो कि मैं प्यार करता हूँ तुमसे. And that's what it is. Artist dies for attention. I'm coming out straight, and we die for attention. We don't get attention in a room. We are always, when you are in open mic, everybody is that, the competition is for the attention. And
Yeah.
that's how it is. Like, the whole room, capture the whole room. That is the first thought. And that's how it is basically. That's the reason so much aggression in my poetry is nothing else. I was very skeptical about, putting out this poetry, but my sister actually forced me to. She told me this point of view where she's like, it doesn't have to be a guy to a girl. Girl can face the same issues as guys. And I was like, yeah, that's true. It's true. But yeah, this is one of
Thank
my
you
poetries.
for that clarification. Because my
Yeah.
second question was going to be that don't you think a section of the population or sections of the population would be offended? But yes, I did not think about that.
No, they will. And ultimately, somewhere down the line the discussion starts after getting offended.
Yeah.
Till something is kind of gets to you, people don't really care.
Yeah. Agree.
We have so much to do in our lives. We don't really care what a person thinks or what a person has to say. The moment we feel uncomfortable or offended, we start to voice out our opinions, and that's the whole motive also to create some statements in my poetries where a question can come around, like, what do you feel about this?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all. Yeah.
It is to start a conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
किसी ने पूछा मुझसे कि भाई मोहब्बत क्या है। किसी ने पूछा मुझसे कि भाई मोहब्बत क्या है। मैंने कहा मोहब्बत वो सब है जो नापी नहीं जाती पर कोशिश जरूर होती है, जो मांगने से नहीं मिलती, जो पूछने पर जताई नहीं जाती, जो बतानी नहीं पड़ती पर ख्यालों में जरूर रहती है। मोहब्बत वो सब है जो नापी नहीं जाती पर कोशिश जरूर होती है। मोहब्बत गर्म चाय में अपना वजूद भूल अपना एहसास दिलाने वाली मिठास है। मोहब्बत गर्म चाय में अपना वजूद भूल अपना एहसास दिलाने वाली वो मिठास है। मोहब्बत उनका हाथ थामने पर मस्तिष्क पे रेंगने वाली पसीने की निराधार बूंद है। मोहब्बत धड़कन में होने वाली तेजी का सबूत है। मोहब्बत वो सब है जो कभी नापी नहीं जाती पर कोशिश जरूर होती है। मोहब्बत काले शीशे में छिपे हुए पलकों पर लटकने वाले मायूसी को पहचानना है। मोहब्बत हाथ पर मर्दानगी के सिले हुए जुल्म को बिना सवाल संभालना है। मोहब्बत बंद अर्धमरे जुल्फों को प्रकृति के आजादी में खोल सांस लेना है। मोहब्बत वो सब है जो मिलने का घोषणा पत्र नहीं होता पर कोशिश पे किसकी मनाई है। मोहब्बत वो सब है जो मिलने का घोषणा पत्र नहीं होता पर कोशिश पे किसकी मनाई है। मोहब्बत गर्दन पर मदहोश सांसों से बदन का तपना है। मोहब्बत नृत्य बंद धड़कनों के ताल पर एक दूसरे में समाना है। मोहब्बत वो अंत है जहां मृत्यु को दरवाजे पर देख रूह का बबकना है पर चेहरे पर स्वर्ग प्राप्त शांतता है। मोहब्बत वो सब है जो कभी नापी नहीं जाती पर कोशिश जरूर होती है। Thank you guys. Thanks a lot for this opportunity.
Thank you again. I love how you recite your pieces. I want to ask, do you only do Hindi or do you do all like Hindi, Marathi, English?
Yeah, I tried Marathi and my mom laughed at me. She was like, no, please don't do Marathi, because I see my mother tongue is Marathi, but some things which can come easily in Hindi, I'm trying to write in Marathi. English is not my cup of tea, as you can listen to me. Many grammatical mistakes. So I can just talk in English. I can't recite a poetry in English, but Hindi is something which I am comfortable with, basically, and that's why I write mostly my poetries are in Hindi.
Thank you so much, Omkar. It was so much fun talking to you, and even more fun listening to you.
Thanks
you.
a lot.
And all the best for everything. All the best with Michael.
You too, guys. Bye.